Hello, my name is Arooj and I'm a BA Applied Humanities student at Birmingham Newman University and an aspiring primary school teacher. Today I will explore an important challenge within primary education. How can schools make sure safeguarding is fair and culturally responsive for children from different backgrounds? Safeguarding is not just about following rules, it is about protecting children in a way that is fair, respectful, and understanding of their backgrounds. Safeguarding means protecting children from harm and promoting their well being. In England, schools follow guidance like keeping children safe in education. This tells schools what they must to do keep children safe. But rules alone do not always protect children. In places like Birmingham, schools are very diverse. Children come from many cultures, religions, and family backgrounds. If teachers do not understand these differences, they may misunderstand children's behavior or miss signs that a child needs help. The key challenge I'm exploring is how can primary schools make safeguarding fair and culturally responsive. Research shows that inequality can affect how adults see children's behavior. For example, Black and Asian children are more likely to be excluded from school or disciplined more harshly than other children. This makes us question whether safeguarding is always applied equality. One important idea is called adultification bias. This means that some Black children, especially girls, are seen as more grown up or stronger than they really are. Because of this, adults may not notice when they are upset or struggling. Sometimes communication styles from different cultures are misunderstood as rude when they are not. Most of the time, this bias is not intentional. Teachers may believe they are being fair. However, unconscious bias can still affect decisions. If we misunderstand behavior, we may punish a child instead of supporting them. That is why teachers must reflect on their own assumptions and think carefully about fairness. Safeguarding only works well when families trust schools. If parents feel judged or misunderstood, they may not share concerns. In diverse communities, some families may already feel unsure about institutions because of past experiences. Without trust, parents may not speak openly, children may feel unsafe sharing problems, early support becomes harder. So safeguarding must focus on building strong relationships with families and communities. My working experience teaching at primary school in Pakistan strongly shaped my understanding of safeguarding. In that setting, there were very few formal safeguarding policies. Topics like mental health and domestic problems were often seen as sensitive. Families were sometimes unsure about speaking openly as they worried about social judgment. In this situation, simply following rules or focusing only on procedures would not have been effective. Instead, I chose to focus on building trust. I introduced weekly well-being check-ins so children had a safe space to talk about their feelings. I also had informal and supportive conversations with parents about their child's development. In one case, a pupil who was often absent and very withdrawn was experiencing serious stress at home. Through regular communication, and we were able to connect the family with support. This experience taught me an important lesson. Safeguarding is not just policies, it must be built on relationships, cultural understanding, and strong connections with the community. Safeguarding is also about children's rights. Every child has the right to be protected and the right to be heard. Children are more likely to speak up if they feel respected and valued. Culturally competent safeguarding makes sure every child feels safe enough to use their voice. It ensures protection is fair for everyone. As a future teacher, I recognize that culturally competent safeguarding requires ongoing development. During my PGCE, I plan to complete safeguarding and prevent training in my first term, engage in half-termly reflective discussions with my mentor, maintain a monthly reflection focused on inclusion and bias awareness, regularly review my behavior management approaches for fairness. Safeguarding is not something we learn once. It requires continuous learnings and reflection. To conclude, safeguarding is more than following rules. It requires self-awareness, fairness, strong relationships, cultural understanding. As I work towards becoming a primary school teacher, I understand that safeguarding means being reflective, open-minded, and committed to equity. When we improve culturally competent safeguarding, we do more than protect children. We strengthen the communities they belong to. Thank you for listening.